Happy Halloween, pumpkins. It's Robin here with your daily spirit message reading. And this is for Friday, October 31st. Okay, so this is the last card placement because it is for Halloween of my Halloween themed week. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I'm using the Witch's Tarot once again, along with the Deviant Moon. So this card placement, and it's perfectly timed for Halloween because the veil is thinning. Okay, so this card placement is asking or giving hints on how to see through the veil. So we probably all have at least one loved one on the other side of the veil, meaning that they're in spirit, or maybe you have a departed fur baby that you would like to reconnect with. So how do you see through the veil? Okay, so we do have the Justice card. So this is going to call for you to be perfectly in balance with yourself. Like, not too excited, like not feeling fear, because I think a lot of people, excuse me, a lot of people are afraid of the other side, like afraid of, oh, what happens after life? Like, what happens when I go for, the big sleep or whatever you want to call it. So don't be afraid. I have to cough. So sorry. Hold on. All right. So I would really recommend that you get yourself into a calm state of being and maybe lower your expectations a little bit about what is about to happen before you start calling in any energy from the other side of the veil. So let's have another card here. So here's your shadow self kicking up, and this is the darkness, okay? And this is what I was talking about, is the fear that comes with it. And I think this is going to be a really good indication of calling in the specific person or people that you want to talk to, and not just some rando energy like the shadow self. You can see that there is that negative energy, that negative spirit there. And just like there are positive and negative beings in human form, they're obviously going to exist in the spirit world. And if you've ever seen movies like The Exorcist or like Poltergeist, and what's that one? The Amityville Horror, and these, I think they're all based on, well, at least one of them is based on true stories, okay? So make sure you're calling in the person that you want to call in, and just ask your angels to protect you and to protect that person in spirit. And really take your time here, because even though the veil is at its thinnest on October 31st, you're expecting somebody's energy to come through the ether, okay? And it can be a struggle. And if you give up too soon, they might not be able to respond to your energy before you're like, ugh, forget this, and then like, or I'm too scared, don't be afraid. Especially if you're asking, and I would particularly ask Archangel Gabriel, who is the messenger angel, so he can take your message, your request to the other side, that, hey, your loved one would like to speak with you. And Archangel Michael to protect you from any negative energies or entities that are trying to come through as well. So we also do have the Empress here, and like, she is able to birth new realities. So you have to take that on board into your consciousness, that you are about to open a portal the way the Empress does into a new reality. Something I'm getting here from Spirit too. What you can do also is mirror scrying, okay? Or you can do this into a bowl of water, because this shifts your reality so quickly. Like, in a dim room, light a candle, say whatever you got to say, if it's an invitation or a chant or something, anything like that. And then look at your reflection, okay? And you can have on your meditation music in the background, whatever it is that you need to set the ambiance. maybe the favorite music of that person or your fur baby, and then watch things shift, okay? But that is also, it can be a really scary thing to do if you've never done it before. I would maybe recommend trying that out a couple times before you try to call in any departed spirit energy, because who you're calling in is going to match the energy that you're in as well, even if you've taken all kinds of precautions. And we do see the Five of Pentacles here, so this is the energy to avoid. Okay, it's just this really fearful, I cannot emphasize this enough. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Everybody has this ability. Some people are in more peak form than others. And you can start slow, or you can maybe have a medium with you, or have a couple people, but the energy of fear has no place in this practice, okay? Because you don't want to scare things away, or you don't want to draw in that like energy, you know what I mean? And we do have the Eight of Wands. So this can come into you very, very, very quickly as long as you're in the right mindset. And I'm just going to remind everybody that Ouija boards are not a game. I would caution against using those under the best circumstances, but as always, like Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel are there, and they can help bring in the energy of your loved one rapidly, okay? But just make sure that, and something else I'm getting from Spirit is to, maybe you want to smudge yourself after and smudge your space, light some incense, cut cords, because when you open a portal like we were seeing with the Empress card, it's kind of an open invitation. So you want to cut everything off. Make sure you close that portal again afterwards. Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael can help you with that process. So, all right. Okay, I'm going to bazounce, and yeah, sending lots of love, and like happy Halloween, guys. Take care. Bye.